Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a couple of comments now that I have read through all of your topic submissions for the final project. You're also doing a great job, or continuing to do a great job, I should say, on the timeline assignments. So please keep that up and let me know if you have any questions as we continue to build that timeline over the rest of the term. As far as the final projects go, first off, if you haven't yet submitted your topic and your research question, please do that as soon as you can. It is late, but you will still get credit for it. It's a small reduction, as is mentioned in the instructor information section of Blackboard. So please do get that in as quick as you can. I want to just help to make sure that you are thinking about the project and already on the right track for your research so that you'll be able to complete that by the end of the term. I really enjoyed reading through all of your topic proposals. Many of you and all of you had really interesting and good ideas for your topics of what you want to research about New Mexico history. I wanted to mention something about the research questions. As I've told you in other places, the research question is your kind of core question, the thing or things you most want to find out as you complete your research. But for the way that this project is organized, the assignment is organized, what you'll be doing is essentially creating an annotated bibliography on Storify, and you'll write an introduction and a conclusion paragraph to go along with that bibliography. So in your introduction, you'll explain what your topic is, some of the high points about the person or the event or the place that you've chosen. And then you'll write as your thesis statement or your argument your answer to your main research question. You'll then go through and pull in each of your sources into Storify, whether it's a website or a book or a social media source. There's a way, as is shown in the tutorial, to bring those into Storify, and then you type, please type in Word and then paste into Storify so that you can make sure to keep a copy just in case. But you type your annotation of that source. In each annotation, you want to evaluate the source in three ways. First, you want to explain in general kind of what the source is and what it says about your topic. Just kind of a brief synopsis in a few sentences. Then you want to explain in specific terms why you find the source to be credible. And then you want to explain specifically how that source helped you to answer your research question. So this is all coming back around to the point I want to make, which is that if you have a series of more than 3 research questions, and there were several of you who did, and I didn't say anything in the feedback because you have really good questions. But if you have a series of multiple questions, you need to think in terms of how you could group those together for the project, because you're going to need to focus on just a couple of items in the annotations that I just mentioned and in making your argument. Usually that's easy to do. Usually you can group like questions together or kind of just ask a blanket question that catches all of them or most of them. So please keep that in mind as you move from this research phase, the proposal and research phase, toward actually completing the project. The last thing I want to say about the projects right now is just to kind of let you know what the point of the social media element is there. Essentially, the reason that I asked you to include social media sources, and those can be things like Facebook, Twitter, even Instagram, Google Plus, I think is still a thing, or blog posts. And blog posts sort of are on that border between being an article or being a social media post, and you have to kind of use your discretion and decide based on the post and its content, the way it's presented, which it is. But the reason to include those is really just to see, are people right now on the internet talking about my topic? And if so, what are they saying about it? And so that's what you want to think about in terms of evaluating the social media sources. And then, of course, a lot of social media probably might not be as credible. It's not as credible as the other sources that you'll be finding. But you want to say whether or not the ideas, the interpretations that are being put forth about your topic, do they match credible information? Or are people having ideas about Billy the Kid, say, that completely fly in the face of evidence? And what does that mean? So it's just another way of evaluating all the information that's out there. Of course, you won't evaluate all the information that's out there about your topic, but you'll just get a taste of these various different kinds of sources so that you can think about the ways in which information is produced and disseminated about history. Hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully that wasn't confusing. It may have raised new questions, and if that's the case, please don't hesitate to contact me to let me know what those questions are, and I'll do my best to help.